Hello, students. Today we will start from the chapter Money and Banking about the central bank. Okay, now you see the central bank, it is basically the apex. Apex means the head, okay, head of all the financial institutions, okay, of all the commercial banks. And every commercial bank, they have to follow the rules, the guidelines, okay, the regulations, okay, of the central bank. Yes, now you see the Riksbank of Sweden is the world's oldest central bank. Okay, so you remember this name, and it was set up in which year? In 1656. Okay, and India's central bank is the Reserve Bank of India, and it was set up in the year 1935. Okay, so what we can say from here, that the central bank is the head, okay, it is the apex of all the banks, of all the financial institutions, and all other banks, okay, they work under the guidelines, under the rules, or as per the instructions given by the central bank, okay, and the RBI is the Central Bank of India. Yes, now here I have given one picture of, you see, the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, the headquarter is in Mumbai, and the regional office, okay, the regional office is in Guwahati. Every state it has a regional office, and in our it is in Guwahati. So this is the picture of RBI, and the present governor of RBI is Mr. Shaktikanta Das. Okay, so here you can see he is Mr. Shaktikanta Das, the present governor of RBI. Okay, so you remember this. Now you see the central bank, it performs certain functions. Okay, so you see the first important function is what? The central bank, okay, it issues currency. Currency means the rupees or the coins, okay, currency notes and the coins, these are called as their currency. Now the central bank has the only authority, okay, only, or you can say the monopoly. Okay, monopoly means who only single individual or a single person, he only, or single institution that provides the currency. Okay, so the central bank has the monopoly right or the monopoly authority, okay, which can issue currency. Okay, all the whatever the currency notes you can see, or the coins, okay, except 1 rupee coin. Okay, rest all other coins, these are issued by only the central bank. Okay, no other banks, okay, SBI, HDFC Bank, they cannot issue currency. Only this RBI can only issue the currency. That is why it is called as the monopoly right. It has the sole authority to issue currency. Then you see the second function, you see central bank, it controls the volume of credit. Okay, now credit means here you can refer to loan. Okay, and in directly it tries to control the money supply. MS means money supply. Okay, by controlling the volume of credit loan, the central bank, it tries to control the money supply. Sometimes it might increase the money supply, and sometimes it tries to reduce the money supply. Okay, that is called the controller function. Okay, it tries to control the volume means the amount. Okay, amount of credit means loan. Okay, now how you see the central bank adopts credit control measures to regulate the lending capacity of the commercial banks. Okay, now commercial bank, you see central bank, it never directly deals with the public. Okay, it deals with the commercial banks and other banks, okay, and the government, but it is the commercial banks, okay, commercial banks, for example, your SBI, Axis Bank, UCO Bank, all this, whatever bank you see all around, these are basically commercial banks. Okay, now the commercial bank, they deal with the general public. Okay, they provide loans to the general public, they collect savings or deposit from the public. Okay, they deal with the general public. Yes, directly, not the central bank. Now the central bank, okay, it provides loan to the commercial bank. Okay, the central banks, the RBI, the central bank, okay, it provides loan to whom? To the commercial bank. Okay, now the commercial banks, they provide loan to the public. Yes, now when the RBI, okay, the RBI, we know that the RBI charges a rate of interest upon the loan that is provided to the commercial bank. Okay, now commercial bank, if RBI, it increases this rate of interest, okay, on the commercial bank, what will happen? The commercial bank will borrow less from the RBI. Okay, if the rate of interest is increased, okay, on the commercial banks, then what will happen? The commercial banks will borrow less from the RBI. Why? Because you see, if the rate of interest is increased, then the banks will have to repay more when they will make the repayment of the loan amount. Okay, suppose if the commercial bank has taken 100 crore as loan, okay, if the rate of interest is increased, then from along when the commercial bank, they will repay the loan amount 100 crore, okay, it will have to pay the principal amount, that means the 100 crore plus more interest. Okay, that is why they will borrow less, because now the borrowing has become expensive for them. Okay, so they will borrow less, commercial banks. Okay, and since the commercial banks will borrow less, okay, they are, we know the commercial bank, they provide loan to the public. Yes, and if they have less amount of money, because they have borrowed less from the RBI now, yes, because the rate of interest has increased, yes, so they will, or their lending capacity, okay, will be or will reduce. Okay, commercial banks lending capacity will reduce, because commercial bank, they have taken less, or they have borrowed less amount from the RBI or the central bank. Okay, so this is how the central bank, it tries to control the volume of credit by changing the this rate of interest. This is called the bank rate. Okay, so this bank rate, but when central bank, it increases the bank rate, the commercial bank, they borrow less from the RBI or the central bank, and that's why they can also give less amount of loan to the public. Okay, that is how it tries to control the volume of credit or money supply. Okay, now then you see the central bank is the bankers bank. Okay, why it is called bankers bank, you see. Okay, the central bank, it examines all the accounts of the member banks. Here you see the central bank is the bankers bank. The central bank, it examines the account of all the member banks, and also is a friend in need to all the banks. Okay, now first you understand how it examines all the accounts of the member bank. Okay, every commercial bank, there is a rule. Okay, every commercial bank, they have to keep a part of their deposit. Okay, suppose if somebody or the bank A, suppose bank A, it has deposit of 1000 rupees. Okay, now from this 1000 rupees, it is compulsory that the bank A, it has to keep a part of this 1000, suppose 100 rupees, in the RBI's account. Understood? So out of the deposit, this is the deposit, okay, the bank A has. Now from this deposit of 1000, this 100 rupees is kept in the RBI's account. That is a rule. Okay, so that is why it is called that it maintains or it examines all account of all the member banks, who the central bank. Okay, like we deposit our money in the banks. Okay, similarly the commercial bank, okay, they deposit their money where? In the RBI's account. Okay, so RBI or the central bank, it examines the account of all member banks. Okay, first thing. Then you see it also is, it is also a friend in need to all banks, commercial banks. Okay, now if suppose a commercial bank, it faces a financial crisis, shortage of fund, okay, then what will happen? It can take loan from the RBI or the central bank. Okay, that is why it is called a friend in need. Yes, then you see the central bank is a financier to the government. Okay, now why it is called? You see, when the government faces budgetary deficit, what is the meaning of budgetary deficit? That means when the government's aggregate expenditure, that means spending of the government, okay, total spending of the government is more than the total or aggregate revenue. Revenue means the income of the government. Okay, so when the government expenditure, suppose government expenditure is 1000, but government's income is only 500, means government expenditure is more than the revenue. Yes or no? That means there is a deficit. Deficit, that means ghati, shortage. That how much? Of 500. Now in that case, this 500, okay, the RBI will provide this 500 by printing out new currency or new money. Okay, that is called a deficit financing. In order to finance the deficit, budgetary deficit, the RBI, it prints new currency, new money. Okay, so that is why it is called as a financer to the government. Okay, then you see an advisor to the government. Advisor means who suggests or who gives some advices. Yes, so here also the central bank, it gives advices to the government regarding what? Regarding income policy, tax policy, trade policy. Okay, because the RBI is more knowledgeable in these areas, so it tries to suggest some measures to the government in these areas. Okay, regarding the income policy, okay, what tax policy the government should adopt, okay, what trade policy the government should adopt. Okay, regarding all this, the RBI, it provides some suggestions. Then you see next, as an agent to the government. Okay, as an agent means on behalf of the government, the RBI tries to do some activities. Okay, so suppose if I do some kind of a work on behalf of you, then I'll be called as an agent of you. Okay, so similarly here also the RBI, it tries to do some functions. Okay, it tries to perform some functions on behalf of the government. What are those? You see, maintains accounts of income and expenditure of the government. Okay, all the income and expenditure, okay, these are maintained by the RBI. Yes, so this is the another important function. Then you see the next, custodian of foreign exchange reserve. Okay, foreign exchange reserve means the foreign currencies like your dollar, euro, yen. Okay, all these are what? All these are basically your foreign currencies. Okay, now custodian means the RBI, it holds all these foreign currencies. Okay, mainly your foreign currency comes when we sell some goods to other countries, yes or no, then foreign currency, it enters or it comes into our country. Okay, so like that, when goods are exported to other countries, okay, when services are exported to other countries, foreign currencies or foreign exchange, same thing. Okay, foreign currency, foreign exchange, these are same thing. So these come into our country. Okay, so RBI, it holds all those foreign currencies. Yes, and there is a rate. Okay, rate at which these currencies are exchanged. Okay, that rate is also fixed by the RBI. Okay, suppose $1, what is the price of $1? Suppose rupees 75. Okay, this is called your exchange rate. Okay, this rate, at what price you can purchase one foreign currency, okay, that is fixed by the RBI. Okay, so that is a very important role. Then you see the central bank functions as a clearing house of the member banks. Okay, if there is certain clearing house means if among the banks, okay, if there is claim, if there is any kind of a disputes, okay, then the central bank, it tries to resolve or solve those kind of, or clear those matters. Okay, how? Suppose I'm giving one example. Suppose there are two banks, bank A and bank B. Okay, now suppose bank A is claiming on bank B that bank B is supposed to pay 1 crore rupees to bank A. Yes, and by the rule, there is one rule, as just before a few I have told that all the member banks, they have to keep one part of the deposit in the RBI's account. Yes, so that means bank A and bank B, both of them, they have their accounts in RBI. Yes, now bank A, it is claiming on bank B, okay, that it has to pay how much? 1 crore rupees to whom? To bank A. Okay, now what the RBI will do in this case? Okay, because there is a dispute going on between A and B. Yes, so A has also an account with RBI. Same, B also has an account with RBI, that is by the rule. Yes, now RBI will transfer 1 crore rupees from B's account to A's account. Okay, so this is through transfer of this fund. Okay, the RBI, it tries to settle the disputes, okay, regarding lending or borrowing matters. Understood? Then you see it promotes socio-economic development as it releases funds to the priority sectors on the economy. So priority means some important sectors are there. Okay, now the RBI, it suggests that those priority sectors, like your agriculture in India, it is a priority sector. Okay, those sectors should be developed, social economic development should be there. Okay, so some kind of a policies are also taken in regard with the welfare of those sectors. Okay, like providing easy loans, okay, to the farmers, all these are there, so that these sectors, this can develop. Okay, that is the promotional role, it is said. Okay, then you see some miscellaneous means other functions are also there, like it also reviews the economic situation of the country. okay, time to time. Then it supplies loans to other some cooperative banks and other banks, okay, and it also operates some welfare fund for some educational institutions also, and some social and for social purposes also, okay. So these are some miscellaneous functions, okay, other functions which is central bank it performs, okay. So all of you go through this function, is very important.